Well, hello. Welcome. Greetings. Do what you gotta do. This is a chat, and you can chat if you shall wish to. Chat? Um, okay, I'm wondering if I got the. Huh, that's weird. Is this thing working? Might be the alien noise. Hello, Anita. Good morning to you. Well, it's 12:40, but let me check something. Hold on. This darn thing, is it working? Good old YouTube sabotage. How dare you! Oh, everybody popped in at once. Masha, hello. Roger, hello. DJ, hello. Philip, hello. Hey, look at this. Huh. I guess this shit's working okay now. There we go. So, let's see. Good morning, USA. Well, it's morning for y'all. Oh, okay, because this thingamajig was not, you know. I figured, hey, why not? I'll jump on here, see if anybody's alive. And it looks like they are. So, greetings, welcome, salutations. It is 12:41 p.m. Central Standard Daylight Time out this away and wherever we are at right now. I was trying to take a nap, but I said, hey, I'll jump on. So we got to confuse Elvis, right? We have to confuse Elvis. But yeah, appreciate y'all for being here, of course. And looks like the numbers are going back up, which is good. I can't claim to Elvis's fame I would hit 10,000 subscribers because that just won't happen. But hey, 9,997 can't be wrong. 10:42 a.m. Pacific, as I call it. Instead of Pacific, I call it specific daylight standard time. Well, that is a good thing, Philip. Today is a sunny day. Yesterday was a rainy day. So, of course, it wasn't a rainy day here. It was a rainy day by Scotty's. Boom, boom. You have to be on Scotty's to get that joke. Hey, Dodgers, how you doing? What's Clayton Kershaw doing this year? I hope he throws about 12 no-hitters because he's on my other fantasy roster. 142. Masha's in the future. Yeah, I forgot. Canadians are in the future. Well, some of them. So, yeah. Good to hear. Just shooting the breeze, and I did a stream last night. I was telling Elvis about this. Like, one day I'll have one completely different chat. The next time I'll have completely different people in the next chat. The next day I have completely different people in the other chat. California. Oh, that's where all the weather comes from. Stop sending the bad weather. All the bad weather comes from California and Texas. Needs to go that way. It's sunny today. So, eastern side. You got your mountain, you got your central, you got your eastern, you got your western, you got your I don't know, you got your thingamajig and your whatchamacallit, and yeah. So I did 3.5 hours last night. I promise I'm not doing 3.5 hours today. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. But picked up another 25 watch hours. So hey, why not? Like, I tell people, hey, watch my crap. Just go back and watch it. Just put the volume down to near nothing. Take a nap. Let the sucker run for 2 hours. Hey, it helps. So, yes, Texas Twisters. Now, they had a tornado warning this morning. I woke up and damn TV woke me up. And I'm like, why is it beeping? Like, why is my TV going beep, 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 beep? Like, go away, TV. I fell asleep watching, like, Monster Quest. So, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like tornado warning for... I'm like, good, let the tornado hit. I'm going back to sleep. I've already slept through one tornado in the past. I can do it again. I'll just chain myself to the bed. Now, if it picks up the bed, well, then we got a problem. But it's pretty sturdy, as most are. I'll probably go walking when I'm done with this stream and go get some exercise. But it's supposed to be sunny today. It's in the 70s right now, so. Oh, yeah, when I was a kid, I fell asleep through it. And I looked up and I said, oh, roof's gone. I was at my grandparents' house and it took the roof right off. And I just went back to sleep and didn't even. We're used to that kind of. Well, not tornadoes, but I mean, we're used to hurricanes. It does the same thing. I'm just like, another hurricane. Let's go back to sleep. Hell with it. Yeah, it's been windy the last week. I think it's in the 70s right now, which is a cool front. It's supposed to go back to the 80s at the end of the week. So, not too bad at all. I know it's sunny outside, but right now it feels a bit dark in my room. That's why I don't have the light. That's why I don't have the camera on, because quite frankly, even with the light on, it's still dark. When it's really, really bright outside, you can tell, but there is a little bit of cloud cover, but it's mostly sunny. The word cold really doesn't apply down here. It's the middle of April. Cool fronts down here in the middle of April is like the mid 70s, low 70s. Now in the mornings, it's still in the 40s and 50s, but yeah, it warms up pretty fast around here. The only reason why it's in the 70s today, because it was windy last week and it was raining and threats of thunderstorms, and they had hail this morning, not by me, but apparently that was hail. Yeah, that's fine, Anita. That's why I tell people, before you go to sleep, watch one of my old videos, let it run. Just don't put it on mute. Put it all the way down. I mean, hey, if you want to think of it as ASMR, go for it. I mean, I could duplicate Scully's voice, give or take. There's a few voices I could kind of duplicate, but hey, if I help people put them to sleep, I'm good for it. They never do, Philip. It's the old Monster Quest on History Channel, a story television. They never really find them. They hear things and then they speculate, but they never really find these things. I've never seen an episode of Monster Quest or any other strange paranormal way they actually find it. One of these days they could be like, oh, we found it. But then that would end that particular series. It's like hunting for that Oak Island treasure. They're never going to find it, because once they find it, that's the end of the series. They can't make any more money and sponsors off of it. So that's why they drag this stuff out. But they always hear stuff, and I don't remember what this one was. Story television is they play all the old A&E and history shows. This was from like 2006, so maybe they found it by now. I don't know, but yeah, hurricane is worse than a tornado. Hurricane Cat 5 is 255 mile an hour winds. Shit's gonna fly. Yeah, well, in the U.S. you got the Tornado Alley, which I'm sort of near, but lately this is Tornado Alley. And then you got the Hurricane Alley, Hurricane Central. Hurricane season starts usually in June, but you can have a hurricane all the way up to April. In the May, hurricane season ends November 1st. You can have a hurricane up to January if you want. Archaeology Mikey, greetings. I need a website. I need Grumpy Stack. I don't really feel like sending him. He'll pop in if he pops in, but I need Grumpy Stack Tires to sponsor me, right? They find river monsters. They'll find those because it's in the water. When you're in the woods, it's kind of difficult to find stuff. I mean, really, we've only scratched maybe 10% of the world's oceans all the way down. So, I've been through more hurricanes than I can count. Somebody else should take the hurricanes. Who hasn't had the pleasure of going through a hurricane yet? Y'all take it this year. Last year it was fairly Now I wouldn't say slow, but it wasn't as active as it normally is. There are years where it's not really active, and there are other years, whatever. Somebody's got to take them. I don't know who. 3, 2. Yeah, that's why I can't type on the phone. Sometimes I'm typing on this thing in my finger, and my fat fingers don't type. And then when you do the voice message, it messes it up. So completely messes up the voice message. So you never know what's going on. But hurricanes aren't fun, But lately we've been getting a lot of tornadoes. So I guess Tornado Alley sort of expanded. Florida sticks out like a wing. Florida gets everything. It's sticking way out there. California is shaped like an upside down wing, and Florida is shaped like an actual wing. Okay? Like, it sticks out there. Florida just sticks out there, just begging to be hit by something. I mean, if that landmass is way out there, pretty soon Florida and Cuba is going to connect, and they won't have to ride in the back in the what you call it anymore to get to Florida. Florida's going to grow out too much. All the sediment flies around it, but it's a bit crazy how it is like that, right? So well, hurricanes have water spouts like tornadoes. Wildfires have fire spouts where they can fire tornadoes. So fire tornadoes are wicked. I've seen those in person. Not down here, but I've seen them in other places. Them suckers, how you make the fire tornadoes, whew, them things jump. That's why you can't get that's why you can't tame wildfires sometimes. It burns, in California. California is always burning for one reason or another. It's always something there. But yeah, it's definitely crazy on that one. So let's see. I need some water. Come here, water. Oh, I always got a thing of water around me here. Make a water tornado. This water's a little stagnant. That's okay. I'm against anything. Tornadoes, hurricanes. Thank God we don't have earthquakes here. It's the last thing we need. People who live on a freaking fault line, know it's going to happen. If you live on a fault line, you're pretty going to get an earthquake. I don't understand how people live right on the fault line and wonder, oh, why did we have an earthquake? You're living on a freaking fault line. I mean, the whole state of California is a fault line. So, but they're probably used to earthquakes as we're used to tornadoes or, hurricanes. We don't get many tornadoes. In the last few years, they've been popping up like wildfires, I guess. So, we don't get wildfires because there's nothing to burn. You can't get wildfires when you can't burn anything. That's just a general idea of it. So let's see. If somebody mentions Skull, Elvis will pop in if he's not here already. Just mention peanut banana sandwich, and there you go. Let's see. I didn't do much today. I woke up. I watched Scotty. And then I was just watching videos on YouTube. And I said, hey, I'm going to pop up and do what I'm going to do. So, get it over 200 watch hours this month. Almost got 200 watch hours a single month. So, hey, we got some momentum going. So, Elvis keeps thinking I'm giving up. No, I don't give up. I just strategically stream when I want to stream. It just, The thing with earthquake is you really don't know if you feel it. And if you feel it, if you don't feel it, that means the earthquake is near you. But if you feel it, that means it's miles and miles away. Supposedly, that's the theory I've always heard. So I'm not really sure. Because I've never been through an earthquake, so I don't have, Tornadoes and hurricanes. Yes, I can tell you about those. Don't know anything about earthquakes except by watching on YouTube. They got the 1989 World Series earthquake. That's on YouTube. All of that footage, I was watching that last week. All of that footage from 1989, that's on YouTube. I remember that news story when it happened. I think I was watching the World Series that year when it happened. It was game 3, I believe, of the World Series. And the footage is on YouTube. You can look it up. If you want to watch it. It's like 6 hours long on one video, but all the tragedies are always on YouTube. They stay up there. Through the Fair Use Act of 1976. Of course, anybody that puts that footage up, they don't make it can't be copyrighted, but they don't make any money off of it because they can't claim it. But the Fair Act use allows you to put up news stories and whatnot, and stuff like that. I just don't know how to convert VHS tapes into YouTube. I'm sure there's a way, and I could figure it out, because I could put all kinds of freaking news stories on here from the past if I want to. But you don't make any money off of it. You can't get copyrighted, though. So I can imagine what it feels like. You're going up and down, side to side. It's probably like rocking a boat. It's like seasickness on a boat, which I haven't done that either. But I can only imagine what that is. So, yeah, they got all kinds of simulators, and I'm sure they got something like that at the World War II Museum. I plan to go back there one of these days. You can't film in the museum. Certain parts of World War II Museum, you can't, yeah, I got Katrina taped and stuff when I wasn't home. I taped that. I have about 80 or 90 VHS tapes. Yeah, my VHS still works. I mean, my VCR still works. One of them still works. Even though the buttons are broken off and I don't have the remote. One of them's completely jury-rigged. Earthquakes. Yeah, you can follow. I fell asleep during a tornado. I mean, just it just depends. But really, I've never been through an earthquake, so I can't claim that. But yeah, it's pretty much just shit's falling everywhere, and you're like, okay, earthquake. So those people are used to earthquakes, like we're used to hurricanes. I mean, you could look on YouTube, and they got Hurricane Betsy on there, Camille, Andrew in 1992 did a lot of damage to the Caribbean and other places. Oh, I got a lot of movies on VHS somewhere. I should do a movie thing. Like I did my CVDs, and I should do a movie collection. I have a bunch of those somewhere. I think that's in the garage still. But I got a bunch of VHS movies somewhere. VCRs were pretty big in the 90s. I got 2 of them. Except one of them doesn't work anymore because I haven't fixed it lately. The other one works, but I don't use it too often. Some of the buttons are broken off, but I have this big freaking remote. The battery's out. I've shown it on YouTube already. I think I made a video about it once on YouTube, but I'm not 100% sure. If not, I'm going to make one tonight or tomorrow. And I bought this big old freaking remote a couple of years back. It's a big old remote. It's got like a bunch of buttons on it. It must be for like a blind person or a deaf person, but I don't have batteries in it right now because I took them out. But it's or I might have made a video on it and I might have deleted it. I can't remember, but hey, I'll make a video of it tonight or tomorrow and throw it on YouTube. If it gets me a bunch of views, so be it. I'm just trying to figure out what gets the right amount of views. And hurricanes go Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5. Hurricane Cat 1 starts at 74 miles an hour, goes from 74 to 99. and then it goes every 20, 30 more miles. Cat 5 maxes out at about 250. Hurricane Katrina, when it hit land, was 210, 220 miles an hour. It was a Cat 4. And then when it came on land, it was a Cat. When it came further on land, it was a Cat 3 when it destroyed everything. Because once a hurricane hits land, it loses cohesion because it don't have the water to pick up on it anymore. It don't have the steam. Once it's out of the water, it loses steam and it quickly goes down, down, down. Hurricane Katrina actually hit twice. It hit one place and then it went back in the water and then re-hit another place, which it can do. Once it gets back in the water, in the warm water, it could reform, it could re-strengthen. Cats are used to that. Dogs will tell you when it's weather and stuff, but I think them light earthquakes you don't really feel. Because I've never been through an earthquake that I'm aware of, but and hopefully I don't have to go through one. I don't want to go through the trifecta here. So hurricanes and tornadoes are good enough. Don't need an earthquake. And that causes fire and brimstone and ruptures gas mains and the earthquake of 1989 killed, I think, like 30 people when the Bay Bridge broke in San Francisco, Oakland. It's on YouTube. I was watching it last week. You got the ABC feed, you got the CNN feed, you got the any history stuff you want to watch, you can find it on YouTube. It's there. Somebody's posted it at one point. There were like old VHS tape channels, and if you search hard for it and long enough for it, and look for it and stuff, you'll find anything you want to watch on YouTube or any other platform. The Fair Use Act of 1976 allows it, so you just can't make any money off of it. Unless they super chat, you're a PayPal, you'll donate that way. But you can't make money off of it because you can't claim it's your property because it's not. But they can't pull copyright on it. And there are channels that just do that. They throw old videos up there, old stuff. There's a baseball channel I watch at night, and they just do old baseball games from the 50s on the radio, from the 50s to the 80s. Earthquakes are up to something. The reason why you have an earthquake is because the plates move. The plates are always moving. But you have more and more earthquakes because people are drilling for oil, and they're taking all the oil out the ground. And when they take all the oil out the ground, you can't lubricate when the plates are moving. So with no lubrication, the plates are going to friction. They're going to go like this. They're going to like that. I'm not rubbing my hand, but they're going to go like that. And when they rub like that, too much friction, it's got to get released. So taking all of the oil out of the ground is actually causing more earthquakes, because you don't have that lubrication, because the tectonic plates are always moving. No, I didn't. Plugs for days. How you doing? I didn't have that problem yesterday. I was streaming. Maybe I was lucky. I don't know. Surprised I didn't. Usually when I run into that problem, I'm out. It's just like, boom. So, I don't know. So, maybe that's why I didn't see a lot of people on YouTube last night. I mean, I knew Scully was on there. I knew a few people were streaming last night. But sometimes YouTube has lag problems. I noticed that. They had a lot of bad weather situations in a lot of states yesterday too, so that could have been the problem. I mean, who knows? It could be YouTube, it could be StreamYards, it could be modems. Who knows? You have to have so much to get it going. So, yes, luck is good. Once in a blue moon. Maybe one day when I metal detect, I'll get it going. Oh, did you try to stream yesterday, Mikey? Or because sometimes YouTube is not perfect. Google is not perfect. Nothing is perfect in life. They do have glitches. I've noticed that already. Sometimes there's glitches. There's glitches on StreamYards. It happens. Oh, yeah. Well, I know when I go to watch the programs on certain things on YouTube, some of them do glitch. Some of them pixelate. That's a thing you just have to, when you're on a streaming platform and you're watching stuff, it's like you have to get around it somehow. I've had a metal detector for the last 6 or 7 years. I just can't metal detect because there's no way to really. I used to metal detect the park, but then they were like, "Don't dig up our property." I'm like, "Go away and leave me alone." I'm not bothering anybody. Oh yeah, I watch a lot of metal detecting videos. Oh yeah, the juice is loose. Maybe he'll pop in here. I just never had anything to film, or anybody to film me with. But I could probably metal detect the park one of these days. I just don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do that other stuff. Yes, I've noticed that too, Mikey. Sometimes people do have trouble on YouTube. One time it happened to me where I couldn't stream one night. It just does that. Especially on a Saturday. Saturday is I think Saturdays overload the mainframe because everybody and their mama is streaming on a Saturday, right? Sundays, yeah, but Saturdays is like the big, okay, I'm going to stream Saturday night. I know the coin collectors and other people, I follow over 1,000 channels, and I guarantee you on any given Saturday night, there's like 50 or 60 of them streaming at any given time. That is just a real popular day. That's why when I stream on Saturday nights, I don't get a whole lot of views. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but Friday night was good for me streaming, so. And Sunday nights, so. Because I deleted. I should have probably kept them up. There was a few of them I deleted. I should have kept them up because people will watch them later on in the future or whatever. So, sometimes it's just best to, I know Cajun Coin Hunter was putting out a video. It took him 3 days to download it on YouTube because it kept going so slow. Finally, he had to put it on his phone through YouTube and then upload it on his laptop. But it literally took him 3 days because it kept saying upload and it wouldn't go through. And it was no more than a 15-minute, 18-minute video. But Philip, there's the problem. I can't keep up with 1,000 channels. There lies the problem. You can't watch everybody. So a lot of these networking people, they want you to watch their stuff. And you can't watch everybody's stuff. So, of course, they're not going to come watch your stuff in return. And you kind of know who that is. There are people that are like that. You don't watch my stuff, so I'm not watching yours. And that's against YouTube's TOS, terms of service, anyway, really. You can't feasibly keep up with 1,000 channels. Of course, I'm pretty sure that some of the channels I follow ain't even on YouTube anymore, so I could probably delete them. But, and not everybody streams on YouTube. Some people just, hey, Masha's back. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing with like networking and stuff. A lot of times it is feasibly impossible to watch every single person. So I go back and I watch videos. I leave a comment. I watch 2 or 3 of them. You have to watch at least a minute and a half for it to count on YouTube. It's just the unwritten rule. You watch the video, leave a comment, because otherwise it won't stick. You'll lose the connection, and therefore you're like, Because I'm kind of surprised when people get notifications from me in the first place, because I'm like, okay, well. Also notice a lot of times when I upload a video, it takes about 3 days before the algorithm actually picks it up. 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden it'll pick it up. Oh, okay. I already had my coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee earlier. Well, the numbers fluctuate on YouTube. It goes up, it goes down. Last night I had 4 people talking. It said I had 1 person in chat. And I said, now, how does that work? But you ever notice? See, if you stream just off of YouTube, it gives you the exact numbers right away, or it used to. But if you stream off of StreamYards or a platform, you go into YouTube Studio, let's say you have 293 views. You end your live stream, you go to the YouTube Studio, and it'll say you have 240 views. It's like, wait a minute, that said I had 293. It takes about 24 to 48 hours for the views to catch up. So, who knows? There's always change in something. Monetized people get the changes like a month before the regular people do. So, I mean, if Dale pops in, I'll ask him because he gets it. He gets it before anybody. He tells me sometimes about what's going on, but I do my research too. I mean, with this new CEO, Mr. Neal, he's probably going to keep doing the stuff. But so far, they haven't lowered the qualifications to get monetized. Remember, they were going to lower it to 750 subscribers and 2,000 watch hours. They haven't done that yet. So, and who knows if they're going to do that at all. I mean, it would be in their best interest because it would actually help them make more money. So, in general. So, I don't use Streamlabs. Yeah, I tried once, but well, you'll get it, Masha. People like you enough. I promise you, you're gonna be a big YouTube star. Well, you already are. I got 3 other dead channels I could follow you on, but that's my friends' channels. But I've had it took me. I grew pretty fast. It took me a couple of months to get to 1,000. But I had the watch hours too. It's just YouTube took them away from me. The thing is, people think, what link? I don't drop my own link. Whose link you want me to drop? YouTube should ban TikTok. No, Congress is doing a good job of trying to ban TikTok right now. I don't usually drop links because it messes up when I drop them. And if you drop your own link, YouTube hates that. But whose link do you want me to drop? I generally don't drop the link in the chat. Once in a blue moon, I will. I don't really feel like doing a panel today. The other night, I dropped my link in the panel, but usually I don't drop it in there because of that T word. I get a lot of those sometimes. But yeah, I do panels, DJ. I did one last night. Some days I feel like doing them. Some days I don't. Yeah, I don't like TikTok at all. I don't understand this crap. I have a coworker and she dances for TikTok. She's like, look what I did. She gets like 270,000 views for dancing. And I go, what? Are you serious? Like, okay. Like, well, it's not YouTube that does it. It's a third party. StreamYards, if you pay for it, you can do more than 2. Restream, you can do more than 2 if you pay for it. YouTube sources everything out to third parties. That's why a lot of times when you get a copyright strike, it's not actually YouTube or Google doing it. It's that third party, Dasha or DAPA, whatever it's called. They're the ones that do it. Like when you go to complain to YouTube, they have no idea what you're talking about because they didn't do it. They pay somebody to filter out what should be copyrighted and what should not be copyrighted. But if you export from TikTok or Twitch or any other platform, it doesn't count for watch time on YouTube. They don't count it. You'll get the views, but YouTube does not count it. So these people thinking, oh, I'm going to take all my TikToks and put it on YouTube. It doesn't count. Yeah, I don't fool with TikTok. My friend's got a TikTok for our Saints page, but I've only been on it once or twice because he asked me to do something. He wanted me to build up his channel. Yeah, the only thing that is for cross-contamination. Like, and this doesn't really apply. Like, YouTube doesn't filter over to Twitch. Twitch doesn't filter over to YouTube. Facebook doesn't filter off. People think I'm going to cross-contaminate. Okay, if I put my TikTok on YouTube, people are going to go to TikTok. Not the case. Some might, but, you know, and they do that for cross-pollination. I shouldn't say, not contamination, pollination, cross-pollination, whatever you want to call it. You know, I've taken some Twitch chats and put it on YouTube already, but they don't count for watch time. So the only thing that's really good for exporting is okay, if you like this stuff, go on this channel and watch that. That's pretty much what that's good for. Yeah, it's mostly for exposure. I mean, you're going to have your core people that if they watch your stuff no matter what, then they're going to do it. So, yeah. I mean, you're going to have your core amount of people that they'll follow you no matter what. They'll buy your merchandise. They'll watch your shit. They'll tell you to go on Timbuktu or whatever, and they'll go follow you on that one. They'll go make a freaking account just to follow you there because they like the content on the other channel. You know, yeah, I'm just not doing a panel today, Masha. That's all. I usually do panels at night. When I do day streams, I don't do panels. I just technically don't. You know, last night I had Cajun up, you know, but yeah. I have to be in the mood to do a panel. Well, TikTok isn't going anywhere, unfortunately. It's like a disease. It's not going anywhere. You know, like I said, my friend does a TikTok and he keeps sending me videos, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna watch that crap because I don't watch TikTok. Because every time you click the link, they want you to make an account. I'm not doing that. You know, it's the last thing I want to do. Well, like I said, my friend made a Saints page on TikTok, and I went on there one time. He gave me the password. I went on there one time and just added Saints fans. I said, I'm not going to do anything on it because I don't like the platform. He's like, well, we just need people. I said, fine. Give me a list of Saints fans. I'll go follow them. That's fine. So that's what I did. I was like, hey, follow. Okay, I'm done. So, yeah, Tammy's Passions was telling me about this Whatnot, which I have no idea. Yes. I promise you, I do not go into coin auctions. This is why you don't see me on a lot of coin channels anymore. I do not go to auctions. So if there's a coin auction, card auction, you name it, I'm not going in it. It's a waste of time. But I've never fooled with Spotify before, but yes, Joe Rogan, you can watch Joe Rogan clips on YouTube for free. So, I mean, yeah, you might not be able to watch the whole show, but you can get the meat and, you know, Joe Rogan experience. I don't agree with him on everything, but he's a good podcaster. I don't think they should censor him. They should back his ass up. You know, if he says something that they don't like, they should back him up. I mean, they're paying him, man. They're making a shitload of money off of him. I mean, come on. You know, the man's entitled to his own opinion. Well, yeah, that makes sense too. If you want to get the show, yeah, I mean, go for it. Yeah, shit, I could do a radio show. Well, yeah, I like a podcast too. I don't really pay attention to it too much. I just see clips here and there. Hey, one day if Odyssey Subspace Radio ever wants to give me a radio broadcast, you know, I got to talk to Russ. I'm like, Russ, give me a radio show, man. I could do it. 1 hour of nonsense. Hey, trust me, I can do it. Yeah, it's becoming eBay. So I don't do eBay anymore. eBay is the same way. They want you to pay $1,000, $10,000 for a rookie card that ain't worth 5 cents. You know, they make up for, like the Juan Madrid card in 1989, Don Russ. He didn't do anything, but people want to pay $500 for it. Same thing with the other card, 1990 Fleer. I think it was a Felix Jose card. He was in the majors 1 or 2 years, and people swear. They just make up things. Oh, rare card. Rare my ass. It's worth a nickel. These idiots were paying $500-$600 for these cards. What would your show be about? Conspiracy theories, topics. I don't know. I would make a different topic every, whatever they want to talk about. I'd be like, people button baseballs. Is it a topic? I'd wing it. Or I would just kind of, I'm telling you that the shows that they have on these platforms, I know I can do better than some of them. Not all of them, but if I gotta fill an hour, trust me, I can do it. So, yeah, I have a problem with people censoring stuff. That's just if you're gonna ban an account or block somebody, actually have physical evidence of them doing stuff. See, they don't go after the scammers on eBay or any other platform. They won't go after those because they make money for them. You see, it's all about money. That's the name of the game. They ain't making money for them, and that's that. It's just the whole thing of it. But man, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like PayPal was going after people for the auctions for a long time, because they wasn't getting their cut. So that's just a thing. They don't get their cut of money, they don't do it. So that's crazy. Yeah. It's a bunch of BS, Mikey. They should not block anyone for... Now, if they're doing something wrong or illegal, okay, yes, fine. But, yes, and that's why Joe Rogan gets the views. Think about it. He's not stupid. He's going to go after people. You're going to go after people who are controversial to get views on your podcast. He's not stupid. Trust me. He knows what he's doing. That's why Joe Rogan's podcast is like number 1 on Spotify and I'm sure a lot of other platforms. I don't pay attention to it a lot. Here and there, I listen to clips and stuff, but I'm not really a podcast person. I can't really sit there for 2-3 hours and listen to stuff. I like to listen to clips here and there, 5-10 minute clips, break it down. That's why on YouTube, when he does the clips of something, 10-12 minutes, I'll listen to that or I'll watch that because they have the video feed of it. So I put it on YouTube and do it that way. But a platform should back you up. If you're making enough money for this platform, any other platform, they should back you up. See, I've never went on Spotify. I've never paid anybody. Spotify. I've only heard of Spotify. I've never actually been on it because I've heard a lot of what you said, Mikey. Bad reviews. So, oh yeah, I do too, Philip. I listen to old baseball games, 3-4 hours long. It puts me to sleep. Podcasting is like white noise in the background. See, I put Anita to sleep. She probably went to sleep. I don't know, Philip, but hey, if you want me to do an Odyssey Subspace Odyssey show, you need to go email Russ and say, hey, this dude's awesome. They were like, show me what you can do. I go, I don't need to show you anything. You come on my YouTube, you listen to what I do. I don't need to send you resumes. The hell with that. I'm not sending people shit. They can come on here and listen to my awesomeness, as I like to call it, right? But if I got to do a topic show, I got a good 52 minutes in me. I can pull a rabbit out of my butt and do that in 52 minutes. That's easily. I just have to think of the topic. I can do 52 minutes on Bigfoot, 52 minutes on the oil spills, 52 minutes on natural disasters. I don't know. Hell. Given a chance, given a choice, I guarantee I could do it. There's some people on Subspace that I Can't understand how they got a show in the first place, but it's all about that. Hell, I'll do 52 minutes on Star Trek. I know enough on Star Trek to do one of those shows. I'm not a diehard Trekkie. I know enough. I watched enough to know. Except for the new stuff. I haven't watched the new stuff, the Pike show. I haven't watched any of the new stuff because obviously I'm not paying for it. I saw the first 2 seasons of Star Trek Picard. Haven't watched the third one. And I got that because I had Paramount Plus for free for a week. Because if you got an Amazon account, you can do that. Find a safe way to do an interview with a demon. I don't think there is an actual safe way to do that, Philip. I don't think there's ever a safe way to do an interview with a demon. Yeah, and if there is a way, I'm sure somebody will beat me to the punch. I'm sure a lot of these people. Rush Limbaugh is probably interviewing a demon. I don't know right now. He's probably got access from heaven to hell to go interview, one of the people down there. I don't really know. Besides, demons aren't going to tell you demons are going to tell you what they want to tell you. They're not going to answer the question. Demons are like politicians. They're not going to answer what you want. You can ask them a question and they'll go on a 37-minute filibuster talking about soap. It's like, yeah, that's great. But I was asking, what's the pollution rate? And then they spin it off to like soap products. That's how demons are. You ask them a question about, how's life in hell? 45 minutes later, they're talking about something you don't even think about. There's an SNL skit where Ted Cruz, the guy plays Ted Cruz, they tell him go to hell, and he goes, I've been to hell enough too many times, I like it. And he came back as a demon. And, so that's just a general idea. I'd like to interview an angel. Hell, I'll interview Mike Trout. Why the hell not? He's a California angel. I don't use that Los Angeles of Anaheim bullshit because it's California. I go old school. I'll interview the new owner of the Washington Football Club, whoever the hell that is. When Dan Schneider and his wife sells it, there was a lot of rich people that wanted that. Jeff Bezos was interested. I think Elon Musk at one point was interested. There was a few other ones. Appreciate you, Masha. But I don't get any credit for watching. I don't get any credit for watching the shorts, though. Unfortunately, I don't. But I do appreciate you watching the shorts. YouTube doesn't give me credit for that. Some people swear they do, but I don't think I get any credit for it. I don't know. But if it all adds up, they said shorts were going to start counting towards watch time, but I don't know. See, in the YouTube land. Oh, you can watch what you want, Masha. That's good. I appreciate you watching the shorts. But, yeah. Dan Schneider is not the worst owner in NFL history. Most of my shorts aren't 3 minutes long. Shorts are less than a minute. But I don't know. Like I said, they changed their terms so much. I couldn't tell you who the worst owner in NFL history is. There's a lot of them out there. Probably the first Washington owner was probably the worst one. If I had to guess. But like I said, I don't know all the rules of YouTube. They make them as they go along. I mean, especially now there's a new CEO. Who was worse? I really can't answer that question because I don't know a lot of the owners from back in the day. So I really can't give you an exact answer on that. Probably the early owners are the worst. They didn't pay anybody. They didn't pay their players. They didn't, probably Paul Brown. He was a good head coach, but, I can tell you some bad owners right now. Mark Davis owns the Raiders. Terrible. Mike Brown owns the Bengals. Terrible. The Bidwell family, they own the Cardinals. Terrible. The Ford family, they own the Lions. Terrible. Those owners, they don't care about their players or anything. They just want money. Businessmen, they look to it as a business. I don't think Dan Snyder's a bad owner. He's misguided, but I don't think of him as a bad owner. They just tried to shove stuff down his throat. You know, FedEx was like, "We'll take away our sponsorship." For what? You know, cancel culture bullshit's got to stop. It really, sincerely has to stop. So it's never going to stop. But I'm sure if you type in Google 10 worst NFL owners, you'll probably find a few of them. There are some bad owners out there. I just don't know them all. I have to do my research on that. I could probably do a topic on that one day. Worst owners in history. Masha, you streaming tonight or today? Because on Saturdays and Sundays I'm free. I could jump in live streams. Just Monday through Friday, I can't really, it's kind of hard for me to jump in a live stream for more than 15 minutes at a time. I let it run the other day for 15 minutes, but as soon as I turn on a live stream and I'm at work, they always bug me for something. I'm like, I have 10 people on the floor, but they bug me. It's like, go away, leave me alone, let me stand here and watch YouTube. Leave me be. I was helping somebody and I go, see, and I point the phone. I go, look, I'm watching this person. Leave me alone. And they go, who is that? And they go, I'm like, there's the channel. Go follow it. I'm like, who do you think it is? Right? So I go to the sandwich place and I get them to take whatever I'm watching on YouTube and put it on the big screen. And then there's like 10 people going, what the hell am I watching? I did that to one of my own streams once. I just connected it to the big screen because they gave me the code through the Chromecast, and I was just like, boom. And I was like, hey, look, that dude's famous. So I appreciate you, Anita. Well, at least I put you to sleep. I hope you feel better, of course. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, if you got time, just go put on one of my old videos from that's like an hour or 2 hours long. Put it all the way down the volume, but don't mute it. Let it run. That helps, until YouTube figures out a way to not to do it. That's not what that really technically means, Philip, in a way, but yeah, that's a different topic altogether. But yeah, Jesse Ventura. Yeah, I've probably seen that episode. But that's something entirely different than what I was talking about. So, yeah. It's funny, you can't even say that word on YouTube anymore. I don't see why. But yeah, just watch one of my videos when I'm talking. It don't matter what I'm saying. Just let the sucker run for anything more than 2 hours, YouTube will turn it off. They'll say, are you still here? And they won't count it as watch time. So make sure it's like a 2 hour or less live stream, like 1 hour and 50 minutes. Because YouTube pulling that nonsense now. They'll say, are you still watching? And then they'll turn the whatever system off, and they won't count it as watch time. They're trying to do everything they can to discourage people from cheating. But it's not cheating. If you're watching it, you fall asleep. I fell asleep on live streams on panels before. Not really cheating. So I don't know. Philip said something I should interview a demon. That's all he said. And then I said, I don't know if there's a safe way to actually interview a demon. If there's a way to do it, sure. They have always been strict. Well, hopefully with the new CEOs, things will lighten up a little bit. But he is the protege of the former CEO, so I doubt it. I don't know about that, Philip. Maybe. But then again, No, it won't, Anita. Once you watch it and they got that red line, unless you delete your history for this video and then go watch it again, then it'll count. But once it's got the red line under it, if you go back and watch it later, it won't count again. You would have to go back to your watch history, find this video, and delete it. When you watch a YouTube video, they got a red line under it. That means you've watched it already. You ever notice that, Philip? Go back in your search history, your search engine. Just don't delete all history, because then everything you watched won't count again. That's what I tell people. Don't delete your watch history, because if you delete it all, YouTube takes that watch time away. That's why I lost watch time. People kept deleting their watch history on me, and I kept losing the watch time. They take it away. Yeah. So if you've actually been in a video before, it'll show the red line. So if you go back and watch it a second time, it won't count. It'll only count the first time you were in. So that's a little, Yeah, in the beginning it was fun. Now it's a pain in the butt. They got to make so many rules, and it's unwritten rules to get anywhere. So Twitch, it took me 2 weeks on Twitch. That's it. 2 weeks. That was it. So, it is what it is. But yeah, if you don't have a red line under the video, that means you've never watched it before. So you can go back and watch it. That will count. Once there's a red line under it, that's it. It won't count a second time. I mean, you can watch it 50 times, but you're not going to get the watch time from it. And even if YouTube makes the mistake of adding it, they're just going to take it back in 2 days. Because that's, you might have 300 views on video. 2 days, it takes YouTube 48 hours to process it. So it never was free. That's the problem. It should be free, but it's not. They don't write them down because they change them every couple of months. That's the problem. Oh, if you're monetized, they hand you a list of the rules. If you're not monetized, you don't matter. At least that's my general opinion. So now Elvis is probably lurking in here, probably hiding. If you say Minnesota enough times, he'll pop in. But I'm telling him, Elvis, watch my crap. That's a joke. I tell people, watch my crap, please. Some of it's interesting. Some of it may not be. I don't know. I guess people could say this is a podcast of what? I have no idea. I compare it to Seinfeld. My show is about absolutely nothing. That's what Seinfeld was. See? I'm telling you, I say Elvis enough times and YouTube algorithm makes him come in here. How do you follow unwritten rules? That's the problem. You can't. If you don't know what the hell it is, you can't follow it. Yeah, Jesse Ventura slacked. He should have demoted the Redskins to a minor league team, but he didn't. So, it's all good. If Jesse Ventura was the head coach of the Vikings, they would have been in the Super Bowl every year and won it, because he wouldn't have put up with their crap. He would have been like, you soft bastards. He would tell Burt Cousins, stop throwing the ball to the wrong team, you moron. Let's go. I'm tired of this crap. Stop giving up touchdowns. They wouldn't have lost to the Giants in the playoffs. They wouldn't have lost to a shitty ass quarterback. Got to give Elvis the proper welcome. Who dat? Go Saints. Who dat? And Skol is when we drink. So I'll say Skol too. Skol. Oh, yeah, Elvis, you missed when Stoney05 on Twitch. He's streaming on Twitch now, but I'm not on there. When Stoney05 has the Vikings on and he goes, woo. I'm telling you, Ventura would kick some ass. Yeah, they lost to the playoff. They lost in the playoffs to the Giants. Yeah, I know, right? It's embarrassing. They lost to a basically rookie quarterback almost. So I don't know how they Burt Cousins threw 8 interceptions while he was taking a nap on the sideline. It's just amazing. Jesse Ventura would have had the Vikings going to the Super Bowl every year. I'm serious. He wouldn't have put up with that shit. He would be like, Stop being a pansy and play. I don't care if you have 2 broken legs and a broken arm. Get out there and play. Earn your paycheck. You know, he wouldn't have dealt with this shit. He probably would have went out. Jesse Ventura probably could have played for the Vikings. He could have been a football player, coach, you know. But yes, they lost to the Giants. So, I mean, stuff happens. Flukes happen. You know, I mean, Daniel Jones isn't exactly a great quarterback. How in the hell he gets the one true injustice in life? Daniel Jones has one sort of decent year and gets $40 million. Fathom that. $40 million because the Giants are desperate for a quarterback. Because they didn't plan ahead once Eli retired. They're so desperate. They gave this the guy's like, I want $40 million. Here you go. Daniel Jones probably could have asked for $100 million, and the Giants would have gave him a blank check. That's how sad that organization is. And somehow, some way, they beat the Vikings in the playoffs, and I don't know to get that. But, yep. That's what I'm saying. Jesse Ventura could have been a coach. He could have coached the XFL back in the day when it was originally around. He ran Minnesota like a tight ship. So he would have been like, okay, you pansy, get off the field. Shit. You're not going on a disabled list for a damn pinky toe. What the hell are you talking about? You broke your foot. Get your ass out there and play. Go earn your paycheck. You know, back in the day when these players wasn't getting paid, they would go out there, whatever. Okay, Anita, appreciate you popping in. I hope you feel better. Back in the day when these players would break their elbows and shit, they didn't have anything to rest on. If they didn't play, they didn't get paid. They go out there and they pay with everything. Yeah, Jesse Ventura would have been a good coach. He would have probably led the Vikings to every Super Bowl known to man. He would have been like, okay, I'm tired of this shit. Let's go. Jesse Ventura's got a lot of Dick Butkus in him. Just imagine if Dick Butkus would have played for the Vikings instead of the Bears on that defense, on the purple, on the fearsome foursome, like of the Rams. No problem, Anita. I'll see you next time, of course. Just think if Dick Butkus would have been on that defense with Alan Page and Jim Marshall. Shit, you would have had Jesse Ventura as the head coach. Pretty sure the Vikings would have been to every Super Bowl in the last 15, 20 years prior to when they played. So, I mean, the Bears wasted Dick. The Bears had Dick Butkus, probably the greatest defensive end in history, and they had Gale Sayers, one of the best running backs in history, and they sucked. They couldn't do anything. So, yeah. Oh hell! Let me get up a minute. Turn on this. Too dark. Yeah. Too dark. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. They would have won every year. Dick Butkus played like he was a bat out of hell. Of course, his knees got him. He played, I think, 8 seasons, maybe 5 of them consecutive. But he played like a bat out of hell. So, same thing with Gale Sayers. He got hurt. His career got cut short. Yeah, they would have went somewhere with that, definitely. I know they would have. It's like lightning in a bottle. So, let's see. Come on. Trying to refresh this thing. Oh, hey, YouTube dropped me under 1,700 again. Every time I stream, YouTube always takes a subscriber away from me. It's a conspiracy. I can't prove it, but, so I'm back under 1,700 again, but that's okay. I'll get it. I'll get that one back, so I'm not worried. So let's see. What do we got here? And they'll do that. Yeah, Masha needs 1,000 subscribers. They will do that to her too. When you hit 1,000, it does not stick right away. It's always best to get 1,050. Because when you hit 1,000, because you can really only apply for monetization 3 times. After 3 times, they make you wait a year. So it's always best, don't do it at 1,000. Wait until you got like 1,050 or even 1,100. Because you never know how many of those people are going to go buy high, buy high. You never really know. So it took me 7 tries to get over 1,000. But YouTube is always adding, like literally, it said I had +7 in the last week and I lost 3 subscribers. I went down. So their math is terrible. +7 means -3 in their opinion. Literally, this morning I had 1,701. Then it was 1,700 when I started. Now it's 1,699. So, yeah, you can. Why? Did somebody unsubscribe to me that I'm not aware of? Because it doesn't tell me. When you're under 1,000, it'll tell you when somebody subscribes to you. Once you hit over 1,000, YouTube doesn't tell you. And they don't tell you when people unsubscribe. So, because they don't want to cause controversy. Yes, math is... I've already sat here on a live stream and watched my time go backwards. Like last night, 4 people were talking, and it said I had 1 person in chat. Now, fathom that. 1 person in chat, but I got 4 people talking at the same time. So, yeah. YouTube is good at subtraction. They're not good at multiplication. They're not good at division, and they're certainly not good at adding. That's their weak point. But subtraction, yes. So YouTube needs to add more people to my total, not delete. But I noticed that every time I do a live stream, they take away 1 person. Why? Maybe it's a bogus. Maybe it's a bot. I don't know the reason. They just do. So, yeah, you can do that too. I turn notifications on for everybody. But when you hit the bell, you have to go back and hit the bell again and check it. Because they have a habit of turning that off too. You never know what they're capable of in any given platform. So, yeah. So it's just, it's a crazy thingamajig in this world. So, yeah, but math, they got to go back to grammar school and figure out how to add. 1 + 1 doesn't mean subtract 3. I mean, it said I had +7 last week. I had +7 people subscribe to me. But then when they did the math, it was -3. So, yeah, I don't understand the logic there. But that's okay. As long as they give me credit for the watch time, I don't care how that logic works. So, but I mean, it takes 2 or 3. It takes 48 hours for something to kick in. So, there's a thought there. But, probably next time I stream, I'll do a panel, I'm guessing. I don't feel like doing one today. I can't fathom doing one every day. So, as soon as Masha hits 1,000 subscribers, give or take, she'll have the $sign on the bottom. So, but once you get monetized, people think, oh, that's good. That's the end of it. Not really. You got to keep it going, because once you get monetized, you got to keep it going for a year. If you fall under the plateau, if you fall under 4,000 watch hours or 1,000 subscribers, they will unmonetize you. So realistically, people think they got monetized. That's the end of it. They can relax. You really have to work 100 times harder once you're monetized to keep yourself monetized. And that's what people don't understand. That's why these YouTubers go out there and they do wacky shit and they go, oh, I have to top this and I have to top that. And they get to a point where they just can't top themselves anymore and they burn out. YouTube burnout is a thing. It really is a thing. You need to take a rest. You can't just stream 7 days a week, 28 days, 30 days a month. You have to take a rest. It's like a job. You need a rest. People think, oh, I'll just put a video out every night. Well, editing a video is like 5-6 hours. It's not worth it. Not honestly worth it. So, I mean, And people come and people go on YouTube. You always got to meet new people to keep the momentum going. So that is the nature of the beast there. Pay an editor. Nah, why would I pay somebody? I'm not going to pay anybody for that crap. Nah. I would be paying somebody to edit videos when I'm not making money off of videos? No. I know how to do it. I could go and film more or something. I think I could, if I wanted to, if I really wanted to, I could figure it out. Is it worth it, though? I remember Stacks was telling me it would take 5 hours to edit a 10-minute video. And in those 5 hours, you're going to get 20 views. And you can go through all that edit crap. You're not going to get any views off of it. You're not. So, I mean, I know like MMG pays that guy cash to do his editing because I'm like, why are your videos exactly the same? I thought he was stealing MMG shit. Turns out, no, that dude's actually the editor for MMG. MMG pays that dude a shitload of money. 5 hours editing. You have to ask Stacks. He don't come up here anymore. I haven't seen Stacks in a long time. You know. He's probably in the witness protection program again. See, a lot of people that used to come in my chat just don't come anymore. And I'm fine with it. Whatever. You know. It's all good. It's all good. But he told me one time he was doing a video and it took him 5 hours to edit it. And he got like 20 views off that video. I can get 20 views off a video non-edit, not even editing anything. So what's the point of wasting 5 hours to edit, to make it right, to put the captions, to do this, to do that? I'm not doing that nonsense. You know? Now, if it's worth it, then sure. But a lot of cases, it's not worth it to do that. So I would never edit any of that stuff. So it's pretty crazy. And woo. Stacks went AWOL. Nah, Stacks does his Saturday morning thing, and he does some live streams here and there, but yeah, well, Stacks does a Saturday morning train thing around 11 o'clock, but a lot of times I'm sleeping or I forget about it. So he's probably under the basis I don't go on his stream, so he's not. Network, a lot of these networkers do that, but I'm sure he's busy. You know, I mean, people get busy. You can't go on everybody's streams, so I get it. You know, but he doesn't go on a lot of streams anymore because he's got things going on. He's in the witness protection program anyway, so it's not like he can make public appearances. So there's that. I watched a rabbi this morning. Yeah, rabbis are on YouTube. They do the church services on YouTube. So, I mean, that's a good thing. You know, I always say watch what you want on YouTube, you know. There ain't no president and what you cannot watch. I just know a lot of people used to come in my streams. Some of them don't come in my streams because other people are in my streams, which is freaking, you know, childish. You know, it's childish. If you don't like somebody, block them so you don't have to see them. So that's what I say. I go on people's streams and there are people I don't like. I just block them and I don't have to see their comments. And I don't bring it up anymore. You know, like Cajun was saying last night, that Found It person. He's one of the people that messed up my channel a few years ago. Started banning all my viewers. That's why I said we don't mention his name on my channel. He's dead to me. He's a monetized channel. He's got a lot of people on his channel, but he's an asshole. So it's a joke, Elvis. Well, he moved from California to Arizona. He lives in the middle of the desert. Sort of like how you're in Graceland. He's in the middle of the desert somewhere in Arizona. So it's a joke I've had with him. That's why you don't see him anymore. He's in the witness protection program. You know, he's actually a high-ranking mafia person, but he won't tell you that. So yeah, and that's pretty cool, Philip. Meditation is pretty cool. You know, I don't. My friend watches meditation on YouTube. I go on his YouTube channel, and that's all he's watching is videos. So, oh, that's always a good thing. Got them glands going a mile a minute. Whew. Well, that's good. Always meditation. Mental health is a thing. People don't realize it. You have to have physical health and mental health too. It all equals out. You know. You know. Like when I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna go walking. I'm gonna go walking around the block and shit. I'm gonna go find a homeless dude, and I'm gonna be like, here's a rock. This is currency. So I'm sure he's standing out there where he normally stands at, digging in the ashtrays for freaking, Doctor Who. Bill's Mafia in the house. What's going on, Doctor Who? Always welcome to have Bill's Mafia in the house. Y'all got one of our kick returners, Deontay Hardy, so he's a good player. So yeah. Let's see. So we just chatting, talking about whatever. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be on for because I don't know. It's a beautiful sunny day outside too. It's in the 70s out here. I think it's like 75. So yeah, I'm going walking after this, and I might go to Wally World and get me a yogurt or something. It's right down the street. Do little things. What's in the ashtray? Cigarettes, probably. The bums go up in there and they get the old smoked ashtrays and they light them up and smoke them. Well, I'm guessing it's like cigarettes. Could be pot for all I know. I have no idea. I don't go dig in them. That's how they get their free addiction there. And they don't care about germs. Not a chance. So they never care about germs. Yep. That's what they do. Doctor Who is getting high on plants. There we go. Plant them if you got them. Marshot used to say, smoke them if you got them. Well, there you go. The secret is always good crop. So plant them when they're supposed to be planted, and then develop them when they're supposed to be developed. Yeah, all natural. None of that other damn pesticide shit. Yeah. That's the perfect time. So always a good thing. Up there in Beefalo. Let's see. No, I don't have a Dr. Pepper. I just went psh. If I had a Dr. Pepper, I'd pop it open. Trust me. I have a water bottle. I have water and I have a tea bottle here. I don't have any Dr. Pepper. No. Just went psh. Could sound like it. It's nice to have a good crop. It's also nice to have a good crap, too. Clean out your insides. There's a thing on YouTube saying that Elvis did not die of a heart attack. He actually died of constipation. So, I don't know. I mean, with all the shit that Elvis ate, it's amazing he could poop in the first place. Maybe that's the case. He couldn't poop on the toilet. I don't know. We have to ask the expert. Elvis, did you die of constipation? Or it's just that's a story floating around out there. He couldn't poop. Too much fried food's blocking his colon. So I don't know. You always have to go right to the source to get the wording. Yeah, because he ate them like candy. You pop them suckers, you eat them like candy. So, yeah, that's the way it was, or the way it is. I don't know. I'm alive. I live upstairs in Graceland. No, what I was asking you was that the so-called terminology? Only if you go to a Vikings game, they would put your ass on a Teletron or something. They'd be like, "Look, it's Elvis." Shit. That's why the Vikings lose. Every time you go to a Vikings game, they're like, "Why the hell don't they win? Somebody bring me my drugs." Holy shit. Oh, okay. Well, in the beginning, the live streams were only like 10 minutes long. So if you watch the beginning ones, it's like right there. Don't ask me to recite what I said because, quite honestly, I don't remember. So, but I'm pretty sure I was telling Elvis that the Vikings suck in those live streams because, why not? Like, man, what the hell? Bert Cousins threw another pick six? Good Lord. One of these days we're gonna rename the stream. Bert Cousins throws a pick six. Elvis throws clipboard in disgust. News at 11. That theory alone. I should just title. That'd be a good idea. I should just title a live stream. Elvis is alive and well. Come in and chat and see. That wouldn't be, and it wouldn't be clickbait because Elvis would actually be in the chat taking questions. Be like, okay, now live from Graceland, we have Elvis on remote satellite, but unfortunately we can't show his face because we promised him we can't show his face or his voice. But however, he is in the YouTube stream and he is taking questions. Oh, they gave him whatever he wanted. Yeah, if you want to take notes, take a yeah, journals is so. I mean, sometimes I go back and listen or whatever. I don't know. Did the Vikings lose to the Bills last year? I mean, not the Bills. They lost to the Giants. So it's okay. When the Saints make the Vikings and win the Vikings and beat the Vikings this year, I don't want to hear no excuse. When Alvin Kamara scores 6 touchdowns on them, blindfolded, I don't want to hear no excuse. None whatsoever. So, and I hope we play him in like week 2 or week 3. I hope we play him early on in the season. I hope we don't have to wait till like week 15 to play the Vikings. That's going to be torture. But I'm pretty sure Saints are going to win. They're going to dominate the Vikings because the Vikings ain't got no defense. They ain't got no running game. They ain't got no quarterback game. So, Captain's Log, Start 8, 2468, 3.2. Elvis, once again, we have gone to the planet Elvis, where Elvis is smoking that good shit, thinking the Vikings are going to win another Super Bowl. We have come here under Federation orders to tell Elvis he's full of shit and he doesn't know what the Vikings are doing. Yeah, something like that. It's like, we've come to your planet because you think that Bert Cousins is God. We're here to tell you that Bert Cousins is indeed, certainly not God. Far from it. Far from it. All right, Masha, take your time. Nah. See, Kamara going to score 6 touchdowns, just wipe his butt. He's going to be like, Bert Cousins threw me another pick. They might even put Kamara on defense just so he can score another touchdown. Score 7 touchdowns. Picks off Bert Cousins and does the dance backwards, does the Dion dance. He walks into the end zone. Thank you, Bert. Shit, the game ain't even started yet, and Bert Cousins already threw 2 interceptions blindfolded. Like, what the hell? I mean, all you got to do is get DeMario Davis on the right, Cam Jordan on the left. Bert Cousins ain't going to know what to do. And then whoever plays up the middle, and he ain't going to know what to do. So he's going to be mortified. I think the Saints' schedule comes out in May. I sincerely hope it'd be perfect. Let's open the season against the Vikings and dominate. Then Elvis could say, well, they wasn't ready yet. It was still preseason. There's always going to be an excuse. We could play them in week 17. Oh, well, we wanted to rest our players. We could play them in week 1. Oh, well, the Vikings were still in preseason mode, so that game doesn't count. We could play them in week 8. Well, we were resting our starters. Doesn't matter. When we play them in the playoffs, let's see what the excuse is there. Oh, they weren't ready. Well, hell, if they ain't ready in in January, they ain't never going to be ready. So, can't pull that. You gotta get ready now. Making a Pro Bowl is a complete joke, though. So I wouldn't put too much faith in it. Cousins made the Pro Bowl. How many quarterbacks turned that? How many quarterbacks said no in the first place? Every butt's got a leak. That's a good joke, Philip. Boom. Yeah. How many quarterbacks did they ask to go to the Pro Bowl before Cousins said, sure, I'll go. Why not? Most of the players turn the Pro Bowl down because it's a freaking joke. They go there to play football. They play anything but football. They play flag football. It ain't even a freaking game anymore. They should just get rid of the Pro Bowl. Just do like an all-star. Sort of like say, okay, nominate it, and that's it. They're out there playing freaking dodgeball, for Christ's sakes. It's like we're not in 3rd grade here. They're out there playing dodgeball. What the hell's that got to do with football? They're sitting there like throwing a beanbag. They're playing freaking tic-tac-toe with a beanbag. Are you shitting me? Like, really? Yeah. Yeah, they're freaking playing flag football, for Christ's sakes. These players in the 70s, Bubba Smith would be turning over in his grave right now, knowing what they're doing. If Jack Lambert was dead, he'd be flipping in his grave right now. Jack Lambert, good Lord, he'd probably be like, what the hell? Jack Ham, all the Steelers, Mel Blount. Mel Blount would be like, what the hell is this shit? Yeah. Why does the Pro Bowl suck? Who's in charge? Thank you. I've made my case. The prosecuting attorney has made his case. Now for the defense. If somebody can actually have a good defense on why the Pro Bowl does not suck, I'd love to hear it. That's why all these players turn it down. They go, nah. They get paid $50,000 to go take a vacation. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. I don't know. I don't pay attention to them, but damn right. Jack Lambert would jump over the goddamn line. He'd be like, fuck this. Flag football? My ass. Yeah. Dick Buckus would be like, what the hell's going on here? Yeah, it's an insult to these old schoolers. Everything's so pussified nowadays. Like, seriously, come on. You might as well put the damn quarterback in a dress, if that's the case, and just, Mel Blount would be out there just torturing these wide receivers. The bump and run. Hey, appreciate you popping in, Mike. You hope to see you next time, whatever that is. So go eat some good food out there and then write it down for me. The bump and run is the Mel Blount rule. Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, that's a real name. Mel Blount, that's his name. That's the Steelers. That's the Blount rule. Why you can't tackle pass interference after 5 yards? Mel Blount used to knock them wide receivers on their ass as soon as the play started, and they wouldn't be able to catch anything. So, the NFL put the Blount rule in. You have to give them 5 yards before you could bump and run them. You got 5 yards, and then anything after 5 yards is pass interference. Of course, obviously, they don't call pass interference nowadays. So they don't know what the hell pass interference is. So, there's a guy that played for the Patriots. His name is Dick Shiner. He played for the AFL, the Boston Patriots, in the 1960s, and his football card says, Mr. Dick Shiner had a great season this year. He rushed for over 850 yards and scored 4 touchdowns. I'm like, is that really good in a 12-game season for the AFL? Maybe it is. I don't know. Or 14 games, whatever it was. So there are some funny names out there. Don Mossy has the elephant ears. Shady Brady likes balls. Dick Shiner was a running back, I believe. I think. I don't know. You can look it up online. He's either running back or defensive tackle. I don't know what he was, but pretty sure he played offense. Could have played. Back then, they played offense and defense. They played both sides of the ball. So, could have been the kicker for all I know, too. Shit. Paul Hornung was running back, receiver, halfback, tight end, tackle, and he kicked. You know, you don't see that happening nowadays. Drew Brees was a kicker. You know that, right? He kicked the football. So, and he was pretty good at it, too. So, Ocho Cinco kicked the PAT in a preseason game. Masha's back. Woohoo! Yeah. Masha, you live streaming today? You probably missed it when I said that. Because, you know, Saturday and Sunday I could be in your stream automatically. It's just the other days I can't. Could have been a quarterback, too. Oh, Shady Brady was a quarterback. Shitty one at that, but, you know, he's terrible. Probably the worst quarterback in NFL history is Shady Brady. I got to give him credit. He knows how to pick up women, but he's bad on everything else. He drops the passes on everything else. He can pick up the ball on that one, but after dinner, okay. Well, if I get the notification, I'll pop in. One of these days, I should be on your panel. One of these days, you should be on my panel. We'll make first. So, we'll, you know, I'll jump on panel and everybody will disappear. They'll be like, who the hell is that? Of course. Of course, his wife left him, Philip. I always lose my mind, but I found it. I always find it later on. Yeah, I know you have StreamYards. I don't pay for it, though. I have the free version. I'm almost out of my 20 hours free version. So once I use the StreamYard up, I go to Restream. Because Restream is free. It's a little different than StreamYards, but, you know, I can't put my logo up there. It always puts an F. I can't load a picture on refresh because I don't know how. But it's almost the same. Because I only had like 2.5 hours left, and you know, yeah, 20 free hours. So I don't pay for that crap. No, but Restream is free all the time. Doesn't matter how many hours you use. It's slightly different than StreamYards, though. Yes, he did. Shady Brady said he retired and then told his family, nah, I don't feel like doing shit right now. And then he played for the Bucks, and what did he do? He sucked like usual, and the Bucks didn't do anything. They went down the drain and lost all their games, and they were just terrible. The Dolphins were trying to get him. The Dolphins are still trying to get him out of retirement. They're like, hey, we'll pay you the sun and the moon. You watch. I don't care what he said. He's going to come out of retirement and probably play for the Dolphins this year. They offered him the sun and the moon. They offered him ownership. Shit. We'll give you $100 million to just stand there. Oh, that's pretty cool. Putting everything away. It's a good topic. It's a good stream there, too. But, yeah. Shady Brady's, you know, they'll just do what they want. Dolphins are adorable, yes, just not the football team. But, yeah, the Dolphins pretty much say, we'll take two and just sit him on the bench for a year because he don't know what he's doing. Yeah, we'll pay a 46-year-old quarterback $52 million per game and just have him suck. Why not? It's an investment because people will go see the Dolphins with Tom Brady. Why? I have no idea. But they'll go see him. They think they're actually going to go anywhere? Nah. But it would be funny if Tom Brady did come back and play against Bill Belichick twice a year. That would be interesting. You bet your ass they would be a sellout in New England and Miami for those games. The Dolphins would not knock the Saints out of the playoffs because the Dolphins are an AFC team, Elvis. The only way that would happen is if the Saints played the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. And that ain't happening anytime soon. So you got to remember the Dolphins are not an NFC team. See, if you would know your logic here, the Dolphins are an AFC team because they were originally an AFL team. They came from the AFL, Miami Dolphins. So you don't know your football, Elvis. I'm sorry. There is no logical way that the Miami Dolphins can do anything. We don't even play the Dolphins this year, I'm pretty sure. So you're wrong on that one. But Miami can knock out Minnesota very easily. Even though Minnesota's an NFC team, Minnesota will lose to Miami every time. Minnesota lost the Super Bowl to the Dolphins. You got to remember that. Super Bowl 6, I think it was. 6 or 7, possibly. It was one of those earlier ones. So, the Vikings lost to the Steelers twice. They lost to the Dolphins. And I don't know who they lost to the fourth time. I can't remember. Probably the Cowboys. Well, no, it couldn't have been the Cowboys because they ain't NFC. I don't know. They do let the Dolphins play NFC teams, but not in the playoffs. AFC's on one side, NFC's on the other, and they meet in the Super Bowl. Yeah, but don't worry. I mean, the Dolphins would beat the crap out of the Vikings anyway because, the Dolphins are a pretty good team. They have a quarterback that's worth something in Tua. Not that Tua is actually decent, but Tua is a whole lot better than Burt. Burt Cousins would get on the field and lay the golden egg, and he would go, that'd be it. It'd be 14-0 before even Burt Cousins. Burt Cousins would step on the field and already be down 14-0 before he even got the ball in his hands. Think about that one. So that'd be a pretty good one. That would be pretty good. Well, it says I got one person in here. So, even though I got like 2 people chatting, YouTube math. Oh, man. Miami almost made the playoffs last year. Brady would be stupid to not take $50 million a year, go right down. And Miami's not that far from Tampa. It's a couple of miles down the road, 2 or 3 hours maybe. He'd be stupid not to go to Miami. If a team wants to pay you $50 million to come out of retirement, give you 10% ownership, and give you all this stock and shit, why the hell wouldn't you do it? Shit. There's no age limit. Tom Brady would just have to stand there with his damn with his walker and just hand it off 50 times. I mean, the Dolphins could play the Wildcat like Ronnie Brown. Tom Brady could just stand there and not throw no passes and still win a ball game. So they would sell a lot of tickets. That's what it is, tickets. You could add on to your legacy, whatever the hell that is. Dolphins fans would forgive them. The Patriots beat the Dolphins so many times. The Dolphins fans would be like, hey, finally, he's on our side. Yeah, a bit late, isn't he? He's 46 years old, for God's sakes. I could throw a football at 46. At least I can get a few good yards out of it. But other than that, it's just, I have no idea in that matter. So, let's see. Yeah, 23 in this one. Okay. 3 days in a row I streamed, and 3 days the chat went down. But it is what it is there. Okay, YouTube's notifications is talking about notify me button for live streams and premieres. Okay, well, they should have had that button to begin with. Updated date picker and visualizations in Studio Mobile, and something about copyright claims on shorts. And they can't pull that shit on shorts. They really can't. If you don't monetize on shorts, you can't pull copyright claim. That's bullshit there. They don't know what they're doing on that one. Anyways, I think I'm going to end the stream because I want to go walking and I'm going to exercise. And I guess I have to go buy some avocados because Elvis wants me to. Elvis comes in the chat and he doesn't bring snacks. Very disappointed. Once again. So I appreciate y'all. Go follow Mayhem and Miracles, Masha. She needs to get to 1,000 to get monetized. Go, just follow her and stuff. Yeah, it says there's only one watching. I know there's 2 people talking. Hence YouTube math. If Elvis is talking and you're talking, that's more than one person. Right? Think about that logic. Yeah, Philip, I'll go check out that channel too that you recommended yesterday. I screenshotted it. I'll go check that out. But yeah, I'm going to go walking. I'm going to go to the store, get me some healthy food. And, not really. No, I didn't have too much. I didn't eat it all in one day. Hey, Deanna, how you doing? You're coming at the end of the live stream, but that's okay. But I do appreciate you popping in because I want to go walking and do some stuff. You can go back and watch the rest of it. We were just bullshitting, talking about whatever. But I'm still playing catch up with people's live streams. So I'm still watching people's channels. So I go there, I watch a short video, I comment. That's how you know YouTube kicks the notification button. But yeah, when it gets down to 1 and 2 people, that's when I know to call it. But yeah, everybody just follow everybody. Of course, Elvis doesn't live stream. But yeah, I know I need to walk for my mental health, Philip. I need to lose a few pounds. Elvis keeps telling me to eat McDonald's and pizza all the time. He wants to kill me on stream. I can't fake my own death like Elvis did. I have nowhere to go to fake that. I'd have to move into Graceland with Elvis. We'd be roommates. But then I'd be like, Elvis, I'm doing a live stream. Stay off the camera, yo. Go in the bathroom for a while. So for like 2 hours, 3 hours at a time, Elvis would have to be on the toilet. He'd have to be on the other side of the room. I'd be like, Elvis, stay over there. I got the camera on, yo. So, but see you, Deanna. Yeah. So, anyways, McDonald's does sell pizza in certain countries. They do. Some U.S. They do. But, anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the live stream. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. And go follow everybody. That's the rule.